Hi and welcome to this new video. My name is Isabel de Groot. I am a female leadership coach and a motivational speaker. And today I will talk about escaping the matrix because I've been asked to talk about how to escape the matrix, and I think many people are very curious about the matrix and they heard of it or they already got out of it or they're stuck in it. Either way, I will share some of my experiences, how to get out of the matrix. And before I knew there was a matrix, I think I already was getting out of it by just opening my heart and following my heart. I think that's really one of the main reasons that I got out of the matrix. Because once you open your heart and you follow your heart, you can't follow the society because your heart is telling you different things. And that I think that's one of the most important things I can really give to you is that follow your heart and open your heart first, and knowing that it's safe to open your heart. And I think society is really into it, that it's a bad thing to open your heart and that you can't trust yourself and you have to follow the rules, and if you don't follow the rules you get punished, and all those things to make you anxious. And I think that's really something they want to, how do you say it? They really want to motivate that you get more anxious if you don't follow rules or follow, and if you follow your own path. They don't support following your own path. Well, this is one of the most important things I think in life, because it's about your own path and not following the rules or the path of life of someone else or from society. So once you can get really your energy behind this and you can really see what is going on, this is really one of the most important things you can do for yourself and to the world, because the matrix is like, well, for those who have seen the Matrix as a movie, this is like an energetic field. The matrix in the world I'm talking about is like an energetic field that is being created, like it's a bubble. So in this bubble, we are programmed with conditions and ideas and thoughts and patterns, and conditions like in our belief system that we are not good enough if we don't earn money, that we have to prove our self-worth by working hard, by being busy the whole time, that we only worth of love when we are proving our worth in the world, when we're working our ass off, like those things, instead of the truth. The truth is we are love, so why should we prove ourselves what we already are? And we are already capable of anything we desire, but we forgot. So the most important thing is that we remember again who we truly are. Because when we remember who we truly are, that was the moment that I stepped out of the matrix, and I was just looking like, what are they doing? And I don't get it. I don't want to follow it. And I think I really got awareness on the matrix when the pandemic was with COVID. That really woke me up, and I think many people as well, because so many people saw what was going on and what was happening. And that was for me really a time to even more follow my own path, my own rules. And I already had this instinct of following my own heart and rules and path, because I felt I had to do it, and I always felt that there was more. So that, for example, I worked in a pharmacy industry for 10 years, and I was always like all this medication, and it just doesn't feel right. So I worked in a pharmacy, and whenever someone came up with something and I could solve it with a natural something, and a natural advice, I would just say I give them the natural supportive advice instead of the medication. And sometimes, of course, it's really necessary, but I think those were the things for me that I was like, it really asks yourself to think outside of the box instead of what they are teaching you and learning you and programming you. Because, for example, when kids go to school, that's where they can really program the children the way they wanted to, the way society wanted to. So think about it. Is that really necessary? I mean, some of the basics you can teach the children at home. And I think, therefore, thinking outside of the box is very important if you want to escape the matrix, and also that you reconnect with your true self. I think connecting with yourself is really important. And the biggest advice I can also give to you next to opening your heart, well, opening your heart is already making a big shift, because you'll be more connected with yourself when your heart is open. But also when your heart is open, you feel more. You feel the pain of the world, and you feel your own pain and sadness that have been stuck there for a whole time. So we're very often we intend to close our heart again, but I think that's the thing we don't want to do if we really want to connect with ourselves and the desires we have, because the desires we have are there for a reason. We were born with this package of desires, and your desires are different than from the neighbor. So I think by following your own rules, and I mean the divinely guided rules, um, instead of following society rules and listen to the news all the time and watching politics, I don't know about you, but it's bad, negative energy, like in low frequency, because they really support a lot of fears. And when I watch the news, like very 10, 15 years ago or something, I just had the news on, because, or else it was just silence in my room. But it didn't make me happy. I found out later it didn't make me happy or positive. And that's when I found out that really everything we watch has an influence, has an effect on us. Whether it's the news or just politics, whatever, it has effects on us. Also with a movie, by the way, because there is frequency in everything. So when there's a lot of fear-based talks on the television, that's the frequency you receive is fear. And well, there happens a lot of weird stuff in the world. So just be aware of what you're watching, of what you're reading, of what you're letting into your energy field. Because the matrix is like this, that when we are in this matrix, we are like unaware of it. We are just walking with our eyes off, that we don't see where we're going, because we're so blindly following the just society. And I think it's just, that's the opposite from what we are. We are love, we are light, and yes, we also carry our shadows. But I think it's so important that we reconnect with who we truly are, and that we remember who we truly are in order to break free from the matrix. So we don't need the matrix. Actually, it's like a paradox. The more you break free from the matrix, the more you realize that you've been in a crazy bubble. And then you can watch from the sideline, like all these people that are into it, they think you are crazy. That's how I experience it, actually. Um, but yeah, I think it's really important to reconnect with yourself. And you can do this by meditating, by going into nature. Ask yourself what you need. And if you're not used to reconnecting with yourself, then make sure you uh, have some time with yourself. Or are you used to run around the whole day? Because this is also how we are programmed. We are programmed to be in survival mode all the time. Because survival mode is keeping us away from our true essence, and survival mode is from when we are still in a trauma response, when we think we have to be busy all the time, and that when we are not busy, we are useless. This is also programmed. You are not useless. Even if you sit on the couch the whole day, you are still the miracle, you are still the love, the light. Everything, this cannot be gone. Only you forgot. And it's your chance, it's your task to remember who you truly are. So do yourself a favor and give yourself some time to reconnect more with yourself, your essence, with your desires, because that's why you came here. You are here to follow your own path and not from someone else and not from society. You are here to live life on your own terms by following your heart desires. God put those desires into your heart, and this makes you unique. So trust and have faith in the unfolding. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. Okay, I could talk for an hour about this topic. Maybe I will do it, or I should start a podcast about it. But please let me know what your thoughts are, and if you have any comments about it, let me know. And hopefully this was useful for you. And I will see you next video. Bye bye.